to Starlight Children's Foundation. And then sometimes, like today, they offer you get double votes for whatever you donate. And it's a huge deal right now because I'm in the top final 3 in my group. And only the top 1 in each group will move on Thursday. And I'm currently at number 3. So, and I haven't been able to break out of number 3. These other 2 keep going back and forth and back and forth. And yeah,
What is
and
the
so
Starlight Foundation?
the Children's Starlight Foundation is amazing. It's kind of like Make-A-Wish, but what they do is they go to critically ill children and their families all over the country, and they provide things like comfy hotel clothes or hospital clothes, toys, in-hospital experiences, celebrity visits, little plays, stuff
Oh,
like that,
great.
to make their lives better. And they're really, really struggling right now because of all the funding cuts,
Yeah.
and so they're really Face of Halloween and Colossal, who's the big charity thing that's running it, are trying really hard to raise funds for them because they've really been hit hard this year. So, and then the first prize is $13,000, a celebrity meet and greet with Jamie Lee Curtis, Matthew Lillard, and Kane Hodder, and a full photo shoot layout in Rue Morgue Horror Magazine, and then all sorts of promotional stuff that you get to do with them.
Oh, geez. All
So,
right.
yeah. So we've been whittled down from several thousand contestants to the last 3 in
Excellent.
each
You're
group. I
number
think there's
3.
like,
Yeah, that's
yeah, I think
cool.
there's like 3
Yeah.
groups. So,
hmm Yeah,
Wow.
good.
Scary
So if you,
Bridget, scary
yes,
Bridget.
all
yeah,
right. Yeah, no, you mean there are 2 others scarier than thou? Oh my goodness. So,
it's something. And then I just got yesterday, um, let's see, .org. I ordered these really cool special effects contact lenses. One is like this milky white with red stitches, and the other one is this cloudy, viney gray zombie thing.
Ooh,
Oh, they're
freaky.
so cool.
that is so funny.
Yeah, still, you need to see her photos of what she's put up. It's
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Go
so
out,
is
yeah.
does the link go to the photos or?
It'll go to my webpage, and then I've got all sorts of photos on my profile that you can click on. I did all of the character design myself. I do all the special effects makeup myself.
I was wondering, so you did the makeup yourself?
I did, yeah.
And
It
that's an
takes
art
me
now. That's tough.
for Dolly's makeup. It takes me. If this doesn't work, let me know and I'll email it to you
Okay.
as soon as it.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Um,
Yeah, that
It
looks like
opened up
that's
it
for me.
takes
clickable.
me about
Well,
an
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it
hour
goes
and
to
a half
Faces of
for Dolly.
Halloween.
Huh?
An hour.
Facesofhalloween.org.
Faceofhalloween.org. Yeah, and I have
Yeah.
my Instagram account has the link. But yeah, so for Dolly, it takes about an hour, a little over an hour for the makeup for Dolly, for the prosthetics and the makeup, and then for Bathsheba, because I do the hanged woman thing, I have this whole prosthetic that I build to make it look like the neck is and there's a
hmm
wound and the whole thing. That
Yeah.
takes about an hour and a half for that one.
Oh boy, that's
The Face of Halloween opens a page, but none of the links go anywhere.
Yeah, it's not your page.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
ah.
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well,
I've
there
been
you
kind of
go.
stuck
Yeah.
on stupid all day.
Well,
It's,
Halloween. I mean, that's you be fair to yourself. That's not a,
oh man,
you
let
know,
me
but
fix
it
it.
does work as a link.
Okay,
it's Halloween. All
Yeah,
right.
Halloween.
There you go.
come
Fixed it.
on. You got it? You fixed it?
I
Oh,
think
there we go.
so.
Okay, you beat me to
Oh my goodness. Look at you.
it. Yeah. And so
Wow.
these are characters we came up with for Law's project, Wicked Wild Walks, originally. And then we got much more demand for the murder mysteries, so it changed to Wicked Wild Murders. But these characters were 2 characters that were going to be on the tour. They're based on Plymouth historical characters. Bathsheba is the ghost of the first woman hanged in the United States for murder. She was accused of poisoning her husband and dumping his body down a well.
What a witch.
Wow, I'll
Right.
tell you.
And then Dolly is this possessed doll that came over on the Mayflower with one of the children, and she was possessed by the Witch of Plymouth, Old Mother Crew. So the two of them battle back and forth for possession of the body, and she has I've built in this. She has an ongoing feud with Annabelle. Absolutely hates Annabelle, and so she's constantly ripping on Annabelle every chance she gets.
This is awesome. See, and this is why you can see this is why she's placed so high. She's got this whole thing just wrapped up here. I mean, you have got it. That's great.
Unfortunately, as lovely as it would be if it was based on like merit and costume and all of that, unfortunately it really is a money-based thing with donations and
I
such.
just sent you
So
21
Popularity
votes.
thing. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
so
Show me
thank
the
you
You are
guys.
doing fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
on,
Bill was Bill and Ryder were two of the first ones that jumped on and supported me and placed votes. And yeah, my kids pitched in together and bought like 150 votes, and their friends
wow.
pitched.
Oh,
nice.
good for
I
them.
just
Right
sent
now.
21.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's and it's been quite an adventure. I'm happy I just got this far. So it's and then even if I don't win, I'm still in the running because Kane Hodder, now he's a very famous horror actor from Texas Chainsaw Massacre and whatnot, and he gets to pick his favorite contestant, and that has nothing to do with votes or anything like that. So if you
Yeah.
win that, they fly you out to California for 3 days and 2 nights, and you get to go on his broadcast and go ghost hunting with him.
Oh, cool.
fun.
Yeah. That would be
Well, I
fun.
wouldn't complain about that either.
That'd be sweet.
That'd
Yeah,
be really
right?
sweet. Okay, so now that
Yeah.
I've taken up all of Lamarr's
No.
valuable class
Look,
time,
I asked for it. I put that out there because I think it's really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And
I
a
mean,
lot of it's
truthfully.
thanks to Law. She had me develop the characters for the Wicked
Yeah.
Wild Walks and stuff and really
Right.
supported all my choices. And so a lot of it's really thanks to her supporting me too.
That is a big point. I mean, because right, I mean, she's really been interested in, helping you and others do stuff like that. And I mean, that's really encouraging as well, to get that from her. I mean, that's something that I really like about her. She gets involved,
Yeah, she really is
as well.
supportive and makes a really safe, creative atmosphere too
Yeah.
to do these things in.
Yeah.
So
Hey, she
I'll
doesn't
tell
leave
you,
you out there
Bridget, I've
hanging.
never wanted to live up that direction more to help out with those kind of things. That would have been
Yeah.
so much fun.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
We'll keep your seat. We'll keep your seat warm down here in Georgia, Bill.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
always
yeah,
welcome
we'll
back.
find our things.
I'm telling you, and I live by this, and I've put it in my posts and everything else. As a community of performing artists, we really need to be a global community, and we really need to embrace like the family of artists and whatnot. And so the thing that I try to live by is if I rise, I take everybody with me. We all rise together.
I've always said that.
And
for
that's
sure.
what's going to keep our globally our entertainment community alive, is if we all start thinking like that. We all rise together.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one thing I've always admired about the voiceover world as a whole is that, for the most part, I mean, I guess you have some jerks out there. I haven't met any, but for the most part, they are like everybody's rooting for you. I mean, everybody is rooting for you. I mean, nobody's there's no back. I've never heard that. And then even in the audiobook community, it's a smaller community. I mean, everybody is just like so supportive and eager to answer questions and ask you questions. It's like it's amazing how supportive and friendly everybody genuinely is. And I really am thankful. That's one of the reasons I'm really thankful to be involved in that industry because it really does work like that. And like you said, when it works the right way, it really does. And of course, everybody has their hiccups here and there, but the overriding experience that I've had has been nothing but, but positivity,
Yeah. And I can tell you just from experience, having worked in the on-camera field for years, it is unique to voiceover.
Yeah.
It really is. You do not
I've
find
been
this
on
in the
both
on-camera
sides. Yeah,
community.
you do
You
not.
don't.
There's a
It's
whole lot of
everybody for
backbiting.
themselves.
There's the backstabbing. There's a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
something about that camera just seems to kind of bring out the word. And even on stage that happens as well.
Yeah. Very,
I'll
very much
admit.
so.
But it's something though. Yeah, when you look at like stage and screen, yeah, it's nothing like that. And so I'm really thankful to to have that this as an outlet. I still do stage and screen, but the thing is that with this as an outlet, I mean, this is a place where I know I have, friends, and
Yeah.
that's your
Exactly.
people I can count on. But anyway, but yeah, let's get to speaking
Great.
of friends. Let's get back with our friends Tim and his mighty band of friends here. Let me
Yep.
share my screen, and when we left Tim, Once Upon a Tim is the name of the book. When we
Ooh.
left Tim, they really were in a bad situation. They had made it through the Forest of Doom. They are now on the River of Doom. They have enemies who are trying to undermine them, but they just keep persevering and overcoming. And
Ooh.
yeah, I know, right? Which
Ooh.
would be buzzwords that they would give you because
So this is the
throughout this book,
continuation of what you brought before, right?
yeah. So this book, for you, those of you who don't know, this is a kind of uh, mm, middle school-ish, middle grade-ish book. It's a series of 4 books, and it was a lot of fun. I was one of the narrators on it. I did pretty much all the characters. Um, and so, it was a lot of fun for me to do. The lead narrator was great, and Stuart Gibbs, he's one of those kind of like, he's one of those guys who, he's successful because he knows how to, you know, play with the kids, but not be childish, not treat them like they're babies,
Yeah.
type thing. And he knows how to do that while still appealing to the parents and the adults because he's got situations that kind of make us laugh too, and kind of play to our sensibilities as well. And so this is why, in all of his books, the spy school novels, all that stuff, he really manages that very well. That's why I've always liked his he's got kind of a, I don't know, a sarcastic look at things, sartorical, whatever you want to call it, look at things. And it really comes through in his writing and in his characters. You can really kind of, um, relate to them very easily. So anyway, so they're on the River of Doom now, them and all their friends and their enemies. And so now we're on chapter 11. Just gives background. They were uh, attacked by a monster. Now they got the monster, but it created a big giant tidal wave which drove them down the river.
Ooh.
So yes, so now chapter 11. So chapter 10 was why he really, really didn't like, why I really, really don't like traveling on rivers. Chapter 11 is why I really, really, really don't like traveling on rivers. So I'll kind of start out as the pace car guy like I always do.
Okay.
While the upper reaches of the river had been nice and calm, we now arrived at a gorge that looked like this. Now, we wouldn't have that, of course, in the audiobook because you can't see anything, of course. The great wave pulled us right into a series of rapids and whirlpools. We were all tossed, turned, spun, tumbled, flung, thrashed, smashed, swirled, and whirled about. We banged off rocks, slammed into the sides of the canyon, and clanged into one another. And then we went over a waterfall. And so let's see, Ryder, did you start with it, please? If you want to, if not, you can throw it to somebody else. Quiet.
Mute. Hang on. There we go. Having Zoom issues. Which was the worst part of it all? I know that doesn't seem right. So let me explain. Armor is heavy. Heavy things sink. Up until this point, the water had been moving so fast that we hadn't been given a chance to sink. But now that the water was much calmer, we stopped moving forward and started moving downward. Bill.
I realized this was about to happen and yelled to my fellow knights, "Take off your armor as fast as you can!" Sorry, my phone started ringing. I realized this was about to happen and yelled to my fellow knights, "Take off your armor as fast as you can!" The others realized what I meant and scrambled to do this, even Ferkel, although Ferkel didn't need to, because somehow the river had tossed him onto the shore. But, being the village idiot, he took off his armor to keep himself from drowning. Okay, why don't we go with Alina?
Okay. Rupert, how do you say that?
Ruprecht.
Rupert
Yeah.
did not heed my advice. Instead, he got annoyed. "I'm not taking off my armor," he yelled. "This was a present to me from my parents. It's the finest armor available in the entire world, and I'm not about to let it sink to the glub, 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 burble, burble, glub." That last bit was the sound of him getting sucked underwater. All right, let's see. Who's next in the queue?
Estelle.
Estelle.
I managed to get the last of my armor off before getting dragged down for good. As the heavy metal pieces sank to the bottom of the river, I returned to the surface and gasped for air. Belinda and Nerlem and the horses were all gasping beside me. Rover was just fine because, being a dog, he could swim. Rupert was drowning. Should we go back to who started off? Ryder?
Luckily, I was there to help him, and so was Belinda. We managed to pry off the last of Ruprecht's armor, then pulled him back up to the surface, getting him there right before he blacked out. Ruprecht sucked in great big gulps of air as we swam to shore with him. Bill, I believe.
Then we flopped down on the muddy bank, exhausted from our ordeal and our multiple brushes with death. Nerlem was already lying there in the mud, looking wiped out. Ferkel was busily putting mud in his pants, but a bit more slowly than usual. The horses clambered out of the water close by. Let's see who. Okay, Alina.
Back with this crush, Rupert's horse said. "I quit." "Me too," said Northam's horse. "So do I," Belinda's horse said. "This mission is way too dangerous. Let's go home," mine said. "Wait 1 second," Rupert said to the horses. "You can talk?" "Of course we can talk," his horse replied. "All horses can." "Why didn't you ever say anything before?" Rupert asked. "You never asked me anything before, did you?" His horse shot back, sounding a little offended. Did you ever ask how my day was, or if my saddle was a little too tight, or if I thought it would be a good idea to get on a random raft in the middle of the river of doom? No, you did not. You just acted like I was some sort of pack animal. Okay, Estelle?
Nerlum said, but you are a pack animal. A pack animal with feelings, Rupert's horse sniffed. And I've had enough. So long. He stormed off. See ya, Nerlum's horse said, and he stormed off too. Bye-bye, Belinda's horse said, following the others. Ciao, my horse said. Apparently he was bilingual. He pranced away angrily. I like sugar, Fergal's muse said. He didn't seem to have been following the conversation. Don't mind him, Nerlum's horse called back to us. He's the stable idiot. Ryder.
Ruprecht looked after the horses helplessly. Wait, he called out. Charger, don't go! His horse glanced back. My name is not Charger, he snapped. It's Fiddlesticks Rumprose the Fourth. Not that you ever bothered to find out. With that, he galloped away with the other horses, leaving us behind.
And here are all the mad horses leaving, and the mule leaving, because they are very, very upset, leaving them in the shadows.
It's adorable.
All right. Oh, who's next? I know we're like, oh, look at the little animals.
Oh, look at the animal. I don't remember.
I
Bridget.
think, yeah, okay. Ruprecht stared after them for a bit, then wheeled on Belinda and me. Well, now look what you've gotten us into, he exclaimed. You must be the worst group of knights of all time. This outburst caught me completely by surprise. To be honest, it really hurt my feelings. I wanted to tell Ruprecht this, but I didn't know how. After all, he was the prince, and I was only a peasant, and it didn't seem like I could say anything to him. However, Belinda had no such concerns. She was furious. You think we're bad, she exploded. If it wasn't for us, you'd be dead at the bottom of the river right now. Only